You should be able to hear me. I think everything is fine. I think nothing's broken and everything is so as it should be. It's almost like Final Girl Friday is back, you guys. It's almost as if it's back. The one thing, true to my form, I don't have my chat pulled up yet, so give me just a moment to pull up chat. Well, we're ready to go. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Has anything spooky happened to anyone today at all? Oh, this is, hold on, sorry. I knew the sound was going to be on. Here we go. And I'm going to put it on all chat, not just the popular chat or whatever it is. Top messages. It should let me change it. Oh no, I closed chat. You guys. I love how I was like, everything's fine, and now I just can't figure out my own iPad. Okay, I'm back in live chat. When I click on top messages, it's not letting me change it. Here we go. Chat filter. All messages. As if there's like that many more. I doubt it. Hello, William. Hello, Pariah. Pariah volunteers as a tribute for victims. So one thing I'll say, I have not streamed in a bit, so we are going to go over a little bit about like kind of how to play Final Girl. I'm going to do like a little bit of intro first. Here's the schedule. I'm going to do a little bit of intro. I'm starting on the wrong side. I'm going to do a little bit of intro. Explain the game a little bit. We're going to play and have fun and chit chat. And if we die too quickly, we will play one more time. I do have people in town. I have multiple people in town. So I don't want to play too long. But if we die too quickly, it is Friday the 13th. So we have to. Now, before we start part of the intro, I hope you all peep. I'm in my camp shirt. This is a Camp Pack shirt. But it's my camp shirt. And I also have a Crystal Lake canteen over here. Nuka's also walking under the table. So a cat may appear at any moment. Strummy would also like to be a tribute. Yes, and then I accidentally showed the set before the intro thing. But like, you know, like I said, everything has started perfect. Almost. For not have streamed in a bit. Pariah, what are you playing tonight? Yeah, Pariah, what are you playing tonight? So far, Fluid, Spots, Things and Rings, and Kingsburg. I am a shark at Things and Rings. I am really good at Things and Rings. It's like almost mind-blowing when I show my Things and Rings skills to people. Paula Deming knows. Speaking of a Final Girl. Hello, Garrett. Hello, JC. Who would like to be victims? Do we have anyone who would like to be victims? Besides those who have already agreed. And so part of that... Probably wouldn't... Oh, Pagan. Yeah. Hans is a major pain. Yeah, when I was setting this up, he has 12 health. And I forgot how chonky this dude is. But he has 12 health. And I'm playing with Asami, who I have never played before. And the reason I'm playing with her is because I've never unlocked her like special card for having one with her. So I do have Asami there. We're going to hopefully do that. But so part of the intro, one other final thing to say, I think the only other final thing to say is we have Tinkertown Games bits. They don't know I'm talking about this. I'm just excited. But we used to use like really plastic cheap ones that I got off of Amazon. And now we have these guys. They are a bit bigger, so I'm a little bit worried about them on the Final Girl maps. But like, we'll see. We'll just figure it out. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, usually things are spread out. And maybe for you guys, it's not good. But I'm thinking like how the map is smaller. Stacking these on top of each other makes me think of Chip Theory. And then it's like Chip Theory in a Van Ryder game, and that's kind of nice, I think. I like that. William will be a victim, and JC, and Garrett, and Pariah. And Pariah, I'm just going to throw Carrie in there, and we have to throw Alicia in there. So, as I start writing these before I go into the intro, like of like how to play and stuff, my friend Alicia is visiting! She's here, and she filmed a playthrough with me yesterday of Heroes of Arcadia. I thought it was going to be fun. I thought it was going to be silly. I did not expect the things that happened in that video, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it, and it will be up next week. Isn't that awesome? Okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning. We have William. We're going to put Will, and I'm sorry, but remember that you're Will on here. It's just easier. Alright, I'm going to write them all before I put them where they need to be so I don't mess that up. So we have William, we have Pariah, which we'll write around and try to fit it. There we go. Srebby is going to be just Sreb to be able to fit. Alright, and then who else said it? There was a Garrett, which he might be Gar. Actually, your Gart, which you might not love, but that's helpful. Alright, we also have JC. We said we would do Alicia. We said we would do Carrie. I only need 10, so I do need a few more. Alicia is ALYS, because I forgot I was supposed to shorthand things. Carrie is going to be... Ooh, Carrie can be CARI, and that is like Carrie. Okay, so let's see. JC... George, would you like to... I was going to say, would you like to die tonight? Would you like to potentially be saved tonight? Hans's high HP count is supposed to compensate for his lack of a core gimmick that other killers have. Yeah, I completely agree. It's almost like tricky when you go back to him, that it's like setting him up. It's like, whoa, this seems so scary. And then you read the rules and you're like, oh, I remember this now. I remember that we're gonna be fine. Actually, speaking of that, I have never tried the scenarios. I don't know why, but I've never tried the scenarios for this. So we've been playing Final Girl Friday I've been gone for a bit, but we have played a ton of it, that I've played most, if not all, of the matchups. I've lost a lot. I think there are more ones in Season 1 that I've lost, and I beat a lot in Season 2. But I've never tried the scenarios. And I've also never tried, like, the pigeon thing. So let's try that going forward in the future, and we'll do that. His HP is because he's slow. Yeah, Jason, when I was setting up, I was pretty sad to see I don't have a weapon available, like, in the top of the items, and I'm just hoping I can get a weapon, because he's chunky. He's definitely killable, but chunky. Honestly, my best bet is doing some, like, retaliate guarding and just, you know, pacing him out. I made a few custom Final Girls based off of my exes and current girlfriend and other fictional women like Tarna and Lorna. That's very fun. Garrett, do it Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc would be cool. She'd be fearless. George needs to be a victim. It was said. As Srebmi says, it is written. George will be a victim. Here, George can be a giant G, and we'll all know that that's George. I'll die. Jason? Oh, do it Jason. That makes sense. Your name is Jason, but I think I see what you did there. Jason. Okay, it's J-So when you end up seeing this on the table. That's as far as I got. Oh, I might have already been at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I need one more, but there might already be one more. Alex, would you like to die tonight? Stormy, I do need to stream more, and I'm definitely going to. Everything's working fine. It all worked. Isn't that great? It is Friday, and it is the 13th, which is the scary part. Okay, so Alex is not allowed to be here, so he's not allowed to be a victim. But Devin could. We usually put Devin in here, so let's do Devin instead. And if any others come up, maybe we'll do Alex. Or someone else. But we'll do Devin just to move forward with the game. Okay, I am going to... Yes, it's still... I started early tonight to be able to scoop over to game night later. I think I'm missing dinner, honestly, but I will have some later. Alright, so I'm going to set this up. We're in the bonfire setup. I guess I'll go over here now for you guys. And bear with me for a moment, because now I'm going to get a little bit into how to play Final Girl. For those of us that are new, for those of us that come back and watch the video, anything like that. That way I don't have to explain things as we go. Alright. This is Final Girl. Final Girl is a solo game where you are playing through this map with different cards that you're going to be playing every turn, and the main resource in the game is going to be your time track over here. So you are going to be playing these cards, but they are going to cost you time to be able to do so. Think about them as doing different actions that are taking you time to be maneuvering around this camp, trying to get the best of this killer, and after that, any remaining time you use to purchase other cards. Now, thematically, that kind of means that you are spending time thinking about the things that you're going to do later. I know that's blowing all of your minds. I know I say this all the time, and like, come on, we got theme and everything, but the idea that actions can cost you time the worse you do it, and it also costs you time to think about the things you're gonna do in the future, and the more difficult things that you are planning and thinking out cost you more time. Shut up. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing in the game. But you are going to be working through this system of cards that you have available to you. So there are these cards here that cost you 0 time, and you are going to start with those in the game. And as I said, once you have spent potentially time doing certain actions throughout the round, at the end of the round, you're going to be able to use that time to purchase other cards. So you can see this one is a 3 cost here, so with 3 time left, I may choose to purchase that one. However, this one allows me to re-roll dice for only 1 time to purchase, so I may choose to take that and another 2 cost card instead. So that's the card system in the game, and when you are playing these cards, you're going to be basing everything off of these checks. So you're going to be rolling dice according to the current horror level. Right now when the game starts, we are going to be at 4, which means we're rolling 2 dice for all checks unless we have something that augments it. And when you roll those 2 dice, you're going to compare that to the card to see what will happen. So for example, if we're trying to sprint here, we would roll our 2 dice and we have a 1 and a 4. Now, 1s and 2s are just horrible and you can't do anything about it unless you have something like this close call card. 3s and 4s will cost you 2 cards from your hand to be able to turn it into a star, which is a success. So I would be able to discard 2 cards that are still in my hand from that round, and I would be able to do that to turn this into a success. Now, 1 success on the sprint card is you can move 2 spaces, but you still lose 1 time because running around takes you time. If I had 2 successes, I would have been able to move 3 spaces instead, but if I didn't have any cards left in my hand when I had rolled that and I had no successes, I would still be able to make a choice, which is either move up to 1 space, lose a health, lose 2 time, and end your turn, or lose a health, lose 2 time, and keep going for the turn. So that's a way that you're still able to keep going, but it's going to hurt you because you kind of tripped or something like that. So that is the gist of the game. A lot of the things I'm going to go through because after that this is going to take a bit long to explain, but a lot of the game is going to be run between us taking our final girl turn, doing the playing of cards, then the purchasing of cards, and then Hans here, our butcher, is going to be able to have his retaliation turn where he is going to play terror cards from this deck and try to attack mostly the victims and us, but he may do other things along the way that will also hurt us. And there's also an event deck here that is also here to, you know, just make things interesting. Sometimes something good can happen. Sometimes something neutral can happen. Usually something bad happens. It's usually bad and you usually don't want it, but like sometimes it's good. Disclaimer, sometimes it's good. So I believe that's everything. And we are playing against Hans in Camp Happy Trails, and both of those have no special rules. So we're just going to be playing in these with all of the base rules of Final Girl, but nothing extra happening. And the reason that we're doing that one tonight is it's the Friday the 13th one. Hans to me doesn't scream Jason. He has like a pig mask on. He's the butcher. But Camp Happy Trails is absolutely Camp Crystal Lake, so that's why we're playing tonight. And the final thing I wanted to talk about is there's extra stuff that you can get for the game, extra content, and there are these gruesome deaths, which sometimes I remember to read and sometimes I don't, but considering we're in Camp Happy Trails, I think it's very thematic, so these are just going to be like more flavor that happens when these victims die, but since it's you guys, you're going to hear your names in the story instead. And with that, I have no snacks, no Starve Me and no snacks. I have a drink. I have a blackberry cider boys, which I'm about to open. I have no snacks because dinner is, I'm doing this and then dinner. So I think everyone's gonna kind of eat and then get me food, hopefully. But I'm holding out. I'm holding out until the end because I didn't really have snacky type food. I could get candy, but I want to eat dinner. But I'll have a cider before dinner, no problem. Oh, no MAG. Well, if you don't know how to play or anything like that, hopefully you got a bit of an overview and now you're going to understand a bit more how to play. So you'll see, maybe it'll inspire you to open it or get rid of it if you don't like it. But you'll see me play. George, why don't you have a wrench? Also, Starve Me, why don't you have a wrench? Should both of you have wrenches? Because Alex does. I'm just glad Alex has a wrench. Yeah, he'll have to stay on through Shabbos. That will be fine. Is that something, Alex, is that something you can fix for me from there? Hi, Joey! Joey, you just missed it. You cannot be, you can't be a victim right now. But you can watch. You just can't die. You can't live either, but you can't die. Yeah, we'll see what Hans does. I know, Stormy, I set this up without looking up anything, but we are playing against Hans in Camp Happy Trails, so there's no special rules, but I set this up without looking up a single thing. I feel very proud. Thank you, JC. It was much brighter, and I didn't like it bright, so I faded it intentionally. I did it for Halloween, but I want to go back to my, like, pink to blue to green. I change it, and I need to just stick with what I like. Oh, Joey, you were so fine. I was not saying Joey. I was just teasing you. You were so fine. Yes, Joey, I did. I did. When are we playing games soon? Do you know? Perhaps. Ooh, Steven, you painted your minis? I applaud that because the minis are so tiny. It is difficult. It's very, very, in my opinion, I haven't tried to paint these. I've painted some minis. These ones I'm afraid to and don't want to try to paint because they're tiny. Okay, so with that, we're going to jump into things. A couple things just to note before we start, because you guys, some of you that are familiar with Final Girl, I'm playing against, or with Asami. We're playing as Asami. I prefer to be Paula, but I wanted to unlock another envelope. And then the other thing is, these are the Season 1 playmats. There are Season 2 playmats, but because we're playing as, like, the most base thing possible, we don't really need anything else. So with that, you guys, I'm like a bit nervous. But we have to flip an event, and I believe that's it. The other thing is we are in the bonfire starting place. Yeah, so let's start off with the first event and see what happens. Ooh, fresh meat. Okay, Joey, I need 2 new victims. So we have Joey. Would someone else like to be, oh no, oh no. We're fine, but I only have so many of the metal tokens. There's 6 people coming. There's 2 in the cabins, 2 in the dock, and 2 in the fire pit. So Joey is the only one I know, and then who else had said but wasn't here in time to get to be... I don't even know what I'm saying right now. There's so many people showing up that I'm getting anxious. There's 6 more people here that he's going to try to kill. We're going to save them. We have a savior complex. We're going to save them, but... oh, man. Okay, so... let's do Joey first, and I'm going to write them all before I place them so I don't mess that up again. You start with an event. You start with an event, and we're starting off with 6 extra people. This is absolutely insane. Joey, I will let you know, because I'm sure we will be very soon. You should be able to click on her, but can I do it from... can I do it from my tablet, George? Oh. I can. Here. We'll do this. Oop, hold on. Okay. Okay. And then we'll find Start Me Too. Okay. I think that worked. I think that worked. You guys can ban anybody now. Just don't ban me. Don't abuse, but, you know, feel powerful. You can have a little bit more power on my channel than Alex's. You can, like, you know, time people out a little bit. Don't be afraid. I'm just kidding. Kind of. I feel like for painting minis like this, the rule of just make them look good from 2 feet away is the best practice, since that's how close you'll often be. Yeah, I completely agree, Steven. These are ones that I'm very afraid to do that I'm like, are they better just gray? I've seen them painted at conventions and they look really, really good, but I completely agree. Everyone just died. Wait, well, no one died, right? Correct? Okay, Garrett. The power. I'm a pretend mod. This isn't real. I am a figurehead. Okay, so let's see. Because I just want to see if anyone... there was a couple, but I don't know if it was just Joey. We can put the J. George in as well, which I assume is Jorge. And I'm sorry that I said it that way, but let me know. I said it in my brain first and then out loud, so I'm sorry. And then, yes, okay. I'm just seeing who's already here. No one's dead yet. No one's yet. Okay, so, we have Joey. Okay. And then we will put in Alex. And then some of the girls. Let's see. Where was that? Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to do the shorter ones, Garrett, because of fitting this. Because I may not remember their names. So we will do Kat. And we can do Lorna. Because I think I will be able to keep that in my brain. And we can also do Tarna, but that may not end up being Tarna. I may not remember that. You may have to remind me. Alright, now we gotta place them everywhere. Holy moly, I kind of hate this. This is literally, I haven't even had a turn yet. Literally. Place 2 victims in the cabins. Okay. So let's, okay. In the cabins. Which is right near Hans. Great, 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 great. 2 at the dock. These are at least places that weren't... Oh, it's going to be all the item places, maybe. And 2 at the fire pit. No, but that's where 6 people already were. So there's 8 people in the fire pit. And the fire pit is 2 moves away from an exit. So hopefully we can actually just, like, power up immediately. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to do that. There's 8 people at the fire pit. If he goes there... This is going to be crazy. Oh, that's true. I don't even... All I see is him and Kira. I don't know where you said Noah, but I assume you said Noah. Is something not in order? I'm in live chat all messages. Thank you, Jorge. Okay. I was playing Ratchet Lady yesterday and she was kicking my butt. Yeah, she's... I haven't had a hard time with her, but she is tricky. Party! Okay, I have not tried the app, Jason. I have not tried it. Alright, and with that, we're going to go into some actual turns. So let's see. I think our best bet is to save all these people here at the fire pit. I'm here, which means I need to move 1, 2, 3 to even get to them. Although if we go 1, 2, 3, we can save Carrie. So our best bet is to walk. You know, let's just start with walking and see what happens. So our horror level is currently 2, so we're rolling 2 dice. But we're just going to try to walk out of here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got 1 success. Do we want to? I think at this point we do, because it's so early that we definitely don't need short rest and weak attack. I'm just going to get rid of those for 2 successes to just, like, start off great. So we'll have the 2 successes, which is move up to 2 spaces and we lose a time. This should be at 6 for the beginning, so we'll move down to 5 and move 2 spaces. So let's go... Well, actually, this one has 2 people, so I think we should save them first. So we'll go 1, 2, and move up into the dock. And then after that, we're going to attempt to walk again. Because we could save them right now. Okay, we would have to discard our 2 focuses, which I think is absolutely worth it. So I'm going to discard my last 2 cards to have 1 success and move 1 space. So we're going to lose a time, and we're going to move a space, but we're saving 2 people, which is Alex and Tarna, which, actually 1 second, because the one thing I use the yellow people for, hold on, is for filling up the final girl card, because we did just save 2 people, so we'll use these on here, and I'm going to look at them in a second, but we'll put these guys in our survivors area. Where do I put them? Is it just like, we're going to put them here. I feel like I'm supposed to put them, but that's the play area. Maybe I'm supposed to put them here. I'm going to put them down here where I can reach them. But they survived and I won't like double track this, don't worry. But let's see, what do we want to do? We can move a space, take a search action card, heal, or reduce the horror level by 2. And we can do any of those. We're obviously not going to heal because we don't have to. I think our best bet right now is to move a space and reduce the horror level. So we're going to fill in these 2, and we're going to move our horror down, boop, boop, whoop. And then this one is we get to move a space. So now we're going to move toward Carrie and hopefully save her next turn. Now we have 4 time to buy. We paid with all of our cards, so we don't have any cards. And we won't be able to get these cards back for another turn. We can't buy them for the next turn, but after that we'll be able to get them back because they are 0 cost. But we do have 4, and I feel like with 4, We should do the thing we usually do, because this will give us a search card. So I think we should take 2 sprint and just try to save as many people as possible in like the first few rounds. So we're going to buy 2 sprints with that, put it into our hand. These are now going to all go over here to our discard. We would have spent that. This can go back up now. And we will now move on to Hans's turn, which is the Timber turn. Here we go. He just keeps coming. So the horror level is going to go up again. So we're just playing with that. Oh, sorry. It's been a little bit, but I do remember. So at the beginning of his turn, actually he would attack, but he attacks in his spot. So this actually wouldn't trigger because he's not moving during it. He just attacks where he is. So now we'll play his terror card, which is he just keeps coming. The horror level goes up, which we did. And then he is going to move towards the closest final girl or victims and attack. Now he's currently moving at 1 because you have this chart over here. And, sorry for Joey. Joey and Jorge are in here and he's going to, kill one of you. So, sorry Joey, you are the first victim because you were on top. I love how I was like, you're here, you're showing up, da da da. You died. So Joey is going to die. We'll place him up here in our dead area. Hans got him. And because of that, Hans's bloodlust is going to go up. So this token's going to move up. And as of right now, Hans is still only moving 1 space per turn and attacking for 2 damage, which only matters when he's attacking us, but that will go up the more people that he kills. Now, Jorge here does not get attacked, but he's going to panic because of what happened. So we're going to roll a die for him. It's a 1. And on a 1, he actually stays where he is, which means if I don't go and save him, on a 1, Jorge, you stay where you are. Why did you do that? Because now, if I can't get in there and save you, he kills at the beginning of his turn if someone's there. And you're there. You're there. You don't run out on a 1 in the cabins, you just, I guess, hide and get really scared and stay there. And he kills at the beginning of his turn, so this is now not great for you. It's not great for me either, but it's worse for you. Alright, now I'm gonna see how chat is. Yeah, I have not tried the app. It's recent, but I have not tried it. It feels like her maniacs don't seem that bad until they're suddenly really bad. Yeah, I don't remember her enough to remember them giving me trouble. But I know a lot of people have had a hard time winning against her. Mind blow noises. No dice tray this week, Mike. I know, George. I didn't want to get it in the way. We'll see. If I start rolling poorly, we'll get one. That's usually how it is when I roll poorly, I'm like, okay, now I need one. Noah is here. Oh, it says, hi, Meg, my chat was borked. I thought it said your chat was blocked and I was scared, but it was just borked, which is fine-ish. Hello. I see 2+ people at makeout point who are our probably unlucky lovebirds. It was during the bonfire that makeout point, it's Jason and George. So George is there with Jason, who is probably the other killer, which sounds terrifying. I don't know if I've ever seen a first action final girl that didn't involve discarding short rest and weak attack. Interesting. Oh, for a minute I heard that and thought you meant the event, and I was like, I don't think I've ever had that happen, and then I understood what you meant, and I was like, okay, that's true, that does make sense. The one thing I have done sometimes is discard it for extra time. Sometimes I think it's against the poltergeist. She's really difficult for me, and in the beginning I'll discard things like that for extra time as opposed to paying for things because I think I need like stronger things against her. She's scary. Hello everybody! Where is Nat? And Adam. And James. Where are they? Someone tell on them. Aw, thank you, you guys. I love how I'm like, you should tell on them, and you guys did. Okay. I know, Jorge. You're gonna be stuck in there. It's not good. Aw, spare me. Okay. Back to reality. We did the terror thing, so now it's back to us. We have our 2 sprints. And we're very close to leveling up already. I don't know Asami's level up, but we are close to leveling up. I'm close to sneezing. I feel like I might sneeze. I don't think we can save Jorge, but we do have 2 sprints. So I say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I roll 2 stars, if I roll 2 stars the first roll, I'll try to save him. It's not a smart move. I rolled 2 stars. I didn't have it on the top down, but I rolled 2 stars, you guys. Alright, let's try to save him. Alright, so that's at 6. We move down 1. And we can move 3 spaces. So we're going to take Carrie with us and go 1, 2, and leave Carrie and Alicia here pretty close to this exit. And then we're going to go 3 up here to Jorge, and honestly, I could go 3. I could go down south 1, go 3, and save Alicia and Carrie. Save them. But Jorge will die. I could go north and gamble on my roll and try to save him. It changes the game when you name them after people. It completely changes the game. It completely changes it. You don't want to kill anybody. I want to save them all. I don't. Joey already died. So George, I got it a bit ago. Like, a little bit ago. I want to say maybe around Gamma time, but I have not gotten to play it yet. So, stay tuned because there are plans. But I have not played it yet. I may actually even play it this weekend, though. High quality dice. Anyone have suggestions for high quality dice trays? Jorge, I have a Heroes of Barcadia one. I'll grab it. I really like it. Oh. Do I know where it is? You guys. Oh no. I love how I was like, I'll grab it. I don't want to make stream take too long. I don't know where it is. But I really like the Heroes of Barcadia one. I'm sure you can look it up. But it's hexagonal. I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere. I really like that one. Is there an American Final Girl where no victim died? Because I've never seen one. JC, I think I did have one game against Hans that I flew against him and he couldn't do anything. I do think there was one game. Maybe he got one victim. But there was one where it was so close. I can't wait for serious. Yo. Okay, we gotta get back to this. Because here's the thing. I can't stop in between turns or else I forget where I was. But now I remember I needed a drink because we're potentially killing Jorge. Alright, so here's the math. Here's the math. If I move up to try to save him, if I get 0 successes, I could take the attack for you. Alright, I'll try to save you. I could take the attack. I believe, and anyone, let's see, I'm just gonna see. When he targets both me and the victims, when it's the double symbol, target closest to victim or final girl, I believe this says who they favor when they target. If anyone knows the answer before I find it, let me know. But I believe there's like a thing that says, I can't remember if they target me or the victim first. The victim. Okay. Alright, so I can't save you. But I can try to move you out. So I'll go to up here. I don't know. I don't know. He's only moving 1, so I might be able to do it. Alright, so we're just going to try to sprint again. And see. Oh, that was so bad. That was 2 failures. That was 2 failures. I'm not worried about healing more. So I think since I failed, I should move away from you. I don't mind losing the rest of my turn because I'm already losing the rest of my turn. So I might as well move 1 space. So I'm going to move out to the girls. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I'm upset. I'm upset. Okay, so I'll move out. You guys, this is why I don't play Letters for Whitechapel, from Whitechapel for Whitechapel. Because I don't like when I know people are gonna die. I don't. Okay, so that's that. And now it is on to, oh no, we're gonna purchase. So we should have lost more time. We lost 1 for the double success and we'll lose 2 for the thing. So we'll be at 3 to purchase, but luckily we get all 6 of these back. So we're gonna get all of our free cards back. And then we have 3 to purchase with, but we can't take Sprint because Sprint is already taken. Which means I might buy a distraction and try to distract him. I think that might be our best bet. We're going to take a distraction. Oh, and also when I sprinted, I should have taken that damage. So we lost the time. We ended our turn. But I need to take the damage for that. So I'll move this down to here for our extra stuff. So that's what we're taking for the turn is distraction plus all the free ones that we usually get. And now after that, this will go back to here for us to be able to buy next turn. And now we're going to move on with Hans's turn. So unfortunately, Hans is killing Jorge in the cabins. He is gone. He is dead. Over here with Joey as they started. His bloodlust is going to go up, and due to that, it's going to cause his horror to go up. So he is now back up at 4, but he's still doing the same stats of damage so far, so that's not too bad. And now we're going to look at the terror card. He's just standing there. Oh, you guys... No one said it. No one said it. We were supposed to tell you how they died. No one said it. You want to find out how Joey died first? Because I have the card for Joey, which is he just keeps coming. That was the one that killed him. So in this book, it goes by both the killer and the area. So first I'm going to Hans, and now I'm at Camp Happy Trails, and now I go to specifically he just keeps coming. And it's going to give me like a little narrative. Okay, here we go. Hans was making his way after Joey, who stood at the end of the trail. Joey held a revolver up and warned the man, "If you take one more step, I'll shoot." Hans continued walking, now gripping his sledgehammer with 2 hands. Joey fired, grazing Hans on the shoulder. He fired again, and hit Hans on the side of his arm. But Hans kept walking. Joey clicked the trigger again, and it was empty. "Only 2 bullets," he said as Hans swung his hammer into his jaw. I'm not meant for this. I like the mechanics. I'm not meant for this. I know what Joey looks like. That's awful. I don't like it. Ukatawa, Ukatawa, Ukatawa. That's my Ukatawa song. I don't know if that is from my brain or from Critical Role. I couldn't tell you. Should have run rather than shoot. Yeah, Joey did not run. So now we have Jorge, who died because of being attacked, which, give me a second, because I have to find what that is. I believe it's, let me see, because it's not even from a terror, it's general kill, I believe. Sorry. The hapless victim screams, or tries to, as Han lifts him up into the air. The teen, Jorge, are you a teen? Grabs Hans's wrist to no avail. Hans drops his hammer momentarily to grab the handle of his cleaver, pulling it from its clutch. With a wide swing, he slams it into the teen's side, cracking ribs and slashing partway into the base of the lung. Did we need that? Like that? A river of blood flows from the gash, and the teen gargles blood trying to scream, still unable to do so. Hans drops the cleaver and reaches... Why are we doing this? This is the worst I think the reading has ever been. I'm feeling squeamish. Okay. Hans drops the cleaver and reaches into the cavity. He grasps the lung and... I can't. He grasps the lung and, pulling with maximum force, removes it from its now lifeless body of the victim. Hans raises his mask slightly and takes a bite. Snack time. That's what it says. Oh my god, you guys. No, I'll give you a wrench because I feel like I'm going to throw up. I am having a reaction. I swear, guys, I will say this. I am not faking it. I had to stop watching The Walking Dead because it got too gory for me. And being forced to read it, it's not like I can hear it and look away. I have to actually read it and encounter what it's saying. And it's shocking me sentence by sentence. I am someone that has like a kind of physical reaction that like I can get dizzy. I can vomit. Girl problems. Humble brag. I can vomit. I feel dizzy right now. That was so much. We might forget to read some of those. We'll see. Yay, Noah! Yeah. Yeah, that was not fun. That was not fun. I will, at the end of this, if we have some extra time, I'll talk to you guys about, I am currently thoroughly obsessed with the TV show Yellow Jackets. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. No spoilers, please. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. You will be blocked from my channel if you spoil me on a TV show after I ask not to. I'm in season 2, episode 2, so I'm not, there's only 2 seasons out right now, but I'm not done with season 2 yet, so don't tell me anything. But I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. So this is like a little reminiscent. I get a similar reaction watching someone perform surgery, but that doesn't faze me for whatever reason. Yeah, I remember being in high school, and we were learning about blood, and we were looking at cells. So it was like the cells of blood, of it like close up and like the however, and like that was too much for me that I would get dizzy. So I don't like thinking about it. And Yellow Jackets has a lot of things that I don't watch and turn away. And you can turn away when it's TV and not when you're reading. So Yellow Jackets is not, there's no like main character. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, where it's like maybe you can say there's main characters, but it's like, it's even more spread out than Game of, it's like an ensemble. It would be like something like Glee, like it's a bunch of high school kids. So, yes. Okay, so with that, we were purchasing. This is gonna go back up to 6. We gotta stay on track a little bit, because again, I'm gonna get confused. But Hans, oh, that's what it is. Hans killed, but he hasn't played a tarot card yet, because he killed Jorge with the beginning action. His bloodlust did go up. It's now at 2. Now we are on to a tarot card. So let's see. He's just standing there. This is gonna go up by 2, which is terrible, but I think we bought distraction, right? I got distracted talking, but yeah, we bought distraction. So we're gonna do that and focus and see if we can kind of help this horror situation. But now he's just going to move twice toward the closest people. The thing that's good for us is he's moving twice with his speed, and his speed is now still 1. He doesn't get to 2 till way up here, so he is only moving 2 spaces, but he's going to move to the closest people. And over here on Makeout Point, luckily, you have to go all the way around and loop in, so these people are kind of safe. So he's going to end up coming out toward me and the girls. Oh, and he's going to attack us. I can't save anyone today. Anybody. Bryce, hello. Yeah, everyone's dying. Wasp, I don't know. Noah. But I don't look into things that are scary. I don't intentionally do it, so I wouldn't. I don't really watch much TV at all, ever. I kind of hyperfixate on things. Yeah, this is not good. Someone's gonna die, and it's between Carrie and Alicia, so we're just gonna, like, roll a die, I think. Because I don't know what. Usually I do the top person, but we're just gonna roll a die. We're not gonna think about it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take another drink, because everyone's dying. I thought this was like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna start off, do intro, teach the game, do great. Everyone's dying. All my friends are dying. Alright, so he's going to go. I'll put it back on this. Here's the card. And he's going to go 1, 2. I'm just realizing I'm going to have to read another gross thing, and it's going to be about... Okay. Okay. So here he is. He's going to attack. I guess he's not attacking me. And it's between Carrie and Alicia. So I'm going to say Carrie is evens and Alicia is odds. And I'm going to roll the die. And Carrie... I didn't say who died, though. It landed on Carrie. Does that mean she lives or dies? Now I have to say it again. Carrie is evens. Alicia is odds. Whatever number I roll is the one that's being killed. Not saved. The one that's being killed is on the die. I love how I had to clarify. Evens again, so it is Carrie. But I was going to do it opposite the first time. So wait, what did I just say? They're the one being killed, so Carrie is dying. That's what I said, right? They're going to die if they get rolled, so Carrie is killed. Up here. His bloodlust is going to go up again, but again, luckily his stats don't change because he's not too scary. But Alicia is going to panic, and I think in this one she'll panic to any of them. So a 5, which isn't great because she's going to run up north this way, away from the exit, which isn't great, and she won't follow me into Hans's spot. So not one part of this is good, and my best bet is to try to save this big... I don't know what to do actually, because I need to... I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Actually, hold that. Someone might have said it. Kira, hello. Nothing happened to Carrie. We actually saved her. That's what I was gonna say, Garrett. That was literally what I was about to say. Is it took me a minute. I realized we're actually fine. Garrett, I was wondering if someone said it, and you said it. So. Carrie actually lives. He moves to there, but I'm going to be able to move them out, and they actually don't even panic, which is great, because he didn't attack. I believe, can you guys confirm that for me? They won't panic unless he attacks and kills someone, right? So I think I should actually be able to save them and run them out of that room. But I'm going to wait for you guys to confirm that, because then it's my turn, and we'll just start rolling dice. But I'm going to catch up on chat. That's good, Bryce. That's good to see you. Welcome back to... Final Girl Friday has also been on a bit of a hiatus through the summer, so we are now back. And it's Friday the 13th. That's true. Oh, Sremi. That's what's happening. That's why. That's why. And honestly, the setup starts with 10 people, and I was like, oh, I need 10 tokens, and I have 12 of the metal ones. We have over 13 people now. 13 people could die. I've only saved 2. Have more faith in me. But... 13 people could die. I'm about to save a lot, don't worry. Thanks, Noah! At first it was too bright and I didn't like it. There are some videos on the Board Game Co channel, you can see my hair is like a little bit too bright and I didn't like it. And now it's like what I want it to be for Halloween-y. But I miss my pink, so we're gonna go back to pink very soon. This is brutal, zero cool, but at least no one's getting killed. Hey, Kira! I think I've said hi, Kira, every time, because I saw your comment, then read straight through, and then saw it again. Okay. Yeah, Serby wanted me to read from the book, which I was about to do, but this one doesn't kill it. The reason I realized that this one doesn't have a knife is I looked at the name to see what I was going to read, and I was like, oh, there's no knife. No one dies. Everything's great. Right, Jason. Perfect. Okay, alright. We are now going to move on and move forward and hopefully save the ladies. So we're only one spot away from the exit, so I'm just going to start off with that. The horror level's so high. How did that happen? Were you guys watching? Did I do that? Did I physically put that on 6? Because I have no memory of that, but I guess somehow that happened. Like, I mean, I guess he got 3 right here, and he starts at 4. And I played something that let it knock it down a little bit, but holy moly, that's crazy. Okay, so, let's try to save them. I don't think I need to try to do the horror level yet, because, like, I should do it this turn, but it doesn't need to be the first thing I do, because it's not going to affect anything. So, we are going to start off with a walk, and just see how that goes for us to get these girls away from here. 2 successes, double 6s, let's go. Alright, so we are going to lose a time and move up to 2 spaces, which is great. So I'm going to move them down, and then I think I'm going to end up moving back up toward Hans because I have to get back out of there. So Carrie and Alicia are now saved, and I'm not going to use the yellow tokens on here anymore because she only has 4 to do, but we are going to heal 1, and we get to take a search card into our hand, which is awesome. But for anyone who doesn't know what happens, because we got all 4 of our victims saved on this part, we now get to flip her and have this special ability for the rest of the game, which is whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose 1. You are immune to item trap cards, and for each additional victim saved, recover a health. So we can't ever go above that 5 health, but we'll be able to heal a bit now for anyone that we save, and we have that extra ability, which, as I said at the beginning, I want a weapon to swing against Hans, so this is actually a pretty good thing for us. Let's see. What are the requirements to get into Valhalla? I believe a really cool tattoo. As long as you have at least 1 really cool tattoo, you can get into Valhalla. I believe that is the requirement. Or being killed in battle gloriously. Meg are the bangs Sabrina Carpenter inspired will continue the hype of Meg Hair Train. So at first it was, but then it wasn't. Then they just kept getting shorter because I didn't want to have to deal with separating them, and they are separated now-ish. But I just kept going shorter to do them in the middle, and then they didn't want to. So it started off as a plan, and then ended up as like that thing where your eyeliner just keeps getting too big. And now I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But it's fine. My hair changes forever, so we don't care. We don't mind. Yes, I always love, thank you, JC. I always love having people here that, like, know the game in and out to be able to, help me. Like, I'm pretty sure I know the rules, but it's so much faster to not look that I'd rather just trust you guys. I have to spray paint my face? Wait, did I miss something? Oh. I see. I was like, wait a minute. Die a glorious battle in death and be picked by a Valkyrie to become an Inhyashar. Are we going to have a 1v1v1 with Devin to the death? Perhaps. One sick ass tat, dude. Then you're good. But we do judge it. No tramp stamps. Try distraction and next week attack. Garrett, I guess I am in his spot. That's not my style to attack right now. I see what you're saying. But my bigger concern is trying to get all the people out of the fire pit area and potentially even dumping that card either for a success or for extra time to purchase. Right now, I kind of tend to save everyone and then swing as hard as possible. And there's like 8 people here at the fire pit, so I hear you, totally hear you, but I think that's just not how I would, I am in a spot, so it's not a wrong idea, but I wish I had a weapon. I think I'm going to use it as like economy and resource and not an attack. Guyliner problems. Okay. Now we're going to go back to playing. Y'all can discuss Warped Tour. I will not go back to Warped Tour. The last time I went to a show, I really hurt my ears, and I know people say I can wear earplugs, but I've decided that the value that shows give me is not worth what happened after. So I lost hearing almost completely for, I want to say, like 5 weeks. So it was very bad. And I'm just not, it was too recent. I'm not willing to do that again. I could not hear, and it was not, until you go through something like that, you don't realize how bad it is, and I'm not willing to do that again. So, as much as I love Warped Tour and shows and things like that, I will no longer go to any shows, I don't think ever again. Which is kind of sad, but it was bad. Okay, we walked once. I know we could attack, but I think we're gonna run away. But I do agree with the distraction because why not? I think we want a distraction. I want to walk. I mean, I guess we can walk first. It doesn't really matter if I am running away. Because there's no way... How much can distraction give me? 2. So even if I nail it on distraction and focus, I can't really get the horror to like have better rolls. So we might as well try to walk again first. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get away from him. We'll hopefully move too. Alright, so we got a 4 and a 2. I should have bought close call. I don't know what's wrong with me. So we will discard 2. And see, this is when we'll use weak attack and short rest. Again. That's only 1 success, so we're only moving 1. But I think it's still moving us closer to this stack, and we'll still stop him along the way. So I'm willing to make that sacrifice. So we'll move 1 and lose a time. So we're now currently at 4. And I think now we're definitely going to distraction. Definitely that one. And then I might use the others for time. Okay. Let's see. It's absolutely worth paying for 2. I'm going to pay with the search that we got. Because again, I'm worried about saving people first. So I'm going to pay with the search and the focus to make this a success so that it's this one. So that we're going to fix this by 2. But we're also going to get 2 more time. And then we have 1 focus left. I'm considering discarding this just for another time. But if we rolled 2 successes, we'd get 2 more time. We would not be able to. The hubris. I always want to roll well. But yeah, so this is not a mechanic that's used a lot in the game. But you can discard cards from your hand to gain 1 time per card. Which I think I'm going to do. Yep, that's what we're going to do with this. So I will discard my focus to give us 1 more time. And now we are at 7 for purchasing. I just want to separate these for when I go to put them back. So with 7 for purchasing, I want to buy 2 sprints again to try to save everybody. What is wrong with me? We're going to buy... no. We're not going to buy 2 sprints, even though I want to. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can save a decent amount of people with just 1. And another thing that I really like to do is like something like sprint and walk. I kind of want to eventually pace myself that I'm playing 1 sprint, 1 walk every turn. So buying only 1 sprint right now is good. I think that what I'm going to do is buy a sprint. Let's see how many cards are in our hand. Oh no, these are the ones going back to the trash. We don't have any cards. So we're going to buy a sprint, a close call, and then I think I'm going to buy a retaliate. Because he's going to move in here before he can get to that group. So let's see if retaliate can kind of really knock him... You know, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we can do some damage back to him and see how strong that feels. I mean, the other thing is I could just take guard for now. And if I took guard, I could buy another sprint. But I don't think I want to. I think this is good. I think this is good. Let's try it. Let's try that. So that's what we're going to take. And then we can put these ones back. And then we're going to put all of these back. I do want to start searching soon, but for now, we're okay. Although she is good at searching too, but we'll be fine. I don't want to search until I save the people. Oh my goodness, you guys are talking too much. Ah! I am too old to party rock like that anymore. I won't go to the 2025 show because most of my bands broke up years ago or aren't the same yet. I am too old. I am not the same anymore. Yeah, JC, I'm just not I'm not, because of how it was, I'm not willing to even do that. Because what if, for whatever reason, they get bumped off or whatever, and that's the one thing that, like, I don't know. I don't know how much time it was or the exposure. The show I went to was a show in a bar. Like, it was not a show. It was just a show in a bar. So it was not that loud. And I lost all hearing. So, not going to do it. My girls are prepping for Renfest tomorrow by trying on their fairy costumes from me. Can you send me a picture? I'm sure there are pictures somewhere, but can you send me a picture? I would love that. I'm so excited for you guys. You gotta get them their own turkey legs. Little tiny people with really big turkey legs are so fun. Well, George, your ears are probably better off for it at least, which is very nice. Are you guys dressing up too? Chad might be. Strab, you don't want to? Maybe you can get a flower crown or something. Perhaps. Hello, Brian. We're going in 2 weeks. We missed the fantasy-themed weekend, but we were going to the steampunk one. Yeah, I think I'm going to Ren Fair in October. I believe I'm going in October, but I'm not positive, and I'm not sure exactly when. But I believe I am. Although I want to dress up in general soon, too. Ha ha ha. Brian! I love how Sarmi's like, Noah, send photos. No, Sarmi, you need to send photos. Absolutely. For what it is worth, he has some heals in his deck. Yeah. So that is good, Jason. Yeah. I tend to like to save everyone because it stops the bloodlust going up. And it stresses me out. And then I can kind of just focus on like swinging at him. I mean, it is a time track. You only have 10 turns to do this. But, you know. I'm not sure, Sarmi. So I believe I'm going to go to one in Ohio, but I may go to one in Massachusetts as well. I'm not sure, but I might. That I'm not positive. My October plans are not locked in yet. So that would be exciting. Okay, we just purchased. I'm going to put this back at 6 because we actually had 7 time to buy with, which is extra nice. But with that, put these over here. And now we are going to move on to his turn. So he would attack where he is, but no one's there, which is great. Then we're going to move on to this. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Oh my gosh, we have new people. Again, place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Interesting. Interesting. So I'm going to have to get new discs. And let's see. Brian just showed up, so we can put Brian in it, and let's put Chad with him. So, Brian, you're going to just be BR, because I think I'll remember that. And Chad can be CHD. You should tell him that. It's like a PhD, but it's CHD. You're like, I'm a doctor. I have my CHD. Okay, so where are they going? Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game, which is going to be right up here next to him, which is very scary. And then this is going to go up, and then an event is going to be triggered, which is really interesting. So let's see. This one technically I think would have been discarded. Yeah, it says discard this card. So I guess I'll leave them down here at the bottom if you guys want to see what's been discarded from the event deck, unless I need 3 out. But we'll flip this one out. Vengeance. I don't know why I pissed it off, and I don't care. Just save me. The victim farthest from the killer is now the damned. Whenever the killer must choose a target, the damned is chosen instead. The damned can only be saved, and if it is the last victim alive, if the damned dies, his bloodlust goes up by 2. So I believe this is actually the furthest, because he's only 1, 2, 1, and then this one's like crazy. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so either way. So it's Jason and George is already circled in red. So George, you're actually the damned one. You might survive. You're the last one that can possibly be saved, but you're now damned and a target. That's what happened. And that's what happened today on stream. Wait, what, Garrett? Why doesn't vengeance happen? Fresh meat was the event that was triggered at the beginning of the game. I'm just leaving it there so you guys can see like the discard, but fresh meat was the very first event card played. Good night, Srebme. I will see to it that you live. Did you already survive? No. I'll see to it. I will be sure. Retaliate versus guard. Oh, I see. Retaliate. You're saying guard would be better? Well, we already flipped his card, so I guess we'll just keep going with it. I understand that, though. That would be better. But that's that. Okay. I believe that the weekend you're going, Noah, I'm at Vegas. I think I'm in Vegas that weekend. So that will be fun. But, alright, so that was his card, which is, let's go see if the rumors are true. Now we are back to our turn. So we're at 6. This is the state. He didn't move toward us, which is actually great. Garrett, I'm not sure what you're saying. I believe you, but I'm not sure what you're saying. First event was the ones that added new victims. I'm not sure if I'm doing something or something's wrong, but I don't think so. I didn't. Oh, you're saying I added 2 new people. That's because the terror card says it. So the tarot card is, let's go see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game, increase the horror, then trigger an event. So the 2 new people added was not from Vengeance. I have George here as the Vengeance character now. The 2 people added was from this card instead. I think that's what you're saying. I think that's what you think happened, but it was the tarot card, not the event card. I think. You know, George, I don't remember. Because what happened was, I think it's Castles of Burgundy and then potentially Ticket to Ride. I think those are the 2. But what happened was, depending on the day that I'm arriving, like one of them wasn't actually good for me that I was going to do, so I changed it. So I'm doing 2 of them, but I don't remember, yeah. Okay, so now we are going to move forward because I don't want to get lost on our turns, but he already went, so now it's on to us. We have a sprint, a close call, and a retaliate, and he didn't even move toward us! He did not even move toward us. Now here's the thing, do we try to sprint and save these guys and like, oop, and like run up here and run this way with them? I don't think so. I think I try to go for the big group in the fire pit, but man, poor Chad and Brian are not in good shape over there. Alright, so we're going to attempt to sprint. We do have a close call. But let's sprint. Okay, we got a 6 and a 3. I don't want to pay 2 cards. Although maybe I should. Because then I'm buying with 5. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to do it. Instead of using the free close call to re-roll and potentially be wrong, since I didn't need my retaliate, even though it was expensive, I'm just going to discard both of these to get these people out of here, because I think it will be my best interest. So we're going to lose 1 time, and then we're going to move 3 and go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to take the top 2 with us, which is Lauren and Kat. So Lauren and Kat are saved. We're at full health, so that doesn't really do anything, but now they're kind of out of the way. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. So that is everything. And we now have 5 to purchase with. So we're going to take all of this. And now I think we should definitely take a guard. So with the 5, let's take a guard, a sprint, and a close call. And now we're kind of in that cycle where we're using sprint and close call hopefully every turn. Which will hopefully, you know, give us movement every turn, which is really good. I mean, hopefully we don't have to use our close calls. That would be the best. But you know, if we need to, we can. Alright, so from there, we're going to move on to his turn. At the beginning, he's not going to do anything, but I assume he's going to move and kill Brian and Chad, which I hate. Oh, he does target the damned. Okay, you guys, here's the thing. I'm going to walk through with you what I think when he's moving, because he's targeting the damned, which is the farthest away. First of all, the people that know Final Girl, if he moves through victims moving toward his target, he would just move through them, right? I believe so. But he's, I believe, exactly 6 spaces away, either way. And I believe the rules for Final Girl, because it's a horror game, not all rules are like this, but I believe in Final Girl, you're supposed to do the worst possible outcome. So whatever is hardest for you and worst, that's what you're supposed to do. So in this case where he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he would move through these people and potentially kill them if that's what happens. So let's see. We're going to attempt to move him around the, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what this star card is. It might not even do anything. Yep, he's going to do something. He just keeps coming. So he does also only move 1, so he would stop here anyway. But he's going to move into here and then kill. Because I'm not going to wait for confirmation on this part. I could have had him move the other way and he wouldn't be able to attack anybody this turn. But I believe where it's tied 6 and 6, he would do whatever's worst for me. So I think he would kill them. that's how I'm gonna rule it, but I think that's how Van Ryder would say it's actually played. So he would move to here. He's going to kill either Brian or Chad, so again, we're going to roll. So Brian is odd, Chad is even. Whoever we roll is going to be the one that dies. And Brian died. So Brian dies over there. This is going to move up. The thing that's confusing me is I have only 3 things over there. Did his bloodlust go up from something else? It might have. It doesn't look like it. Did I miss? You know what? I think I moved it up when I was wrong about this not being an attack. I think I moved it up and didn't move it down because there's only 3 victims and nothing else changed it. So I think he should only be here, which is kind of great for us because then we're not gaining a horror yet. But yeah, I think that was because when I messed up on this card that it was an attack, I didn't undo that part. I believe that's what that's from. But either way, he did just attack now. So there's the 3 up there. 1, 2, 3. And now Chad is going to panic. So let's see where Chad goes. He moves on 5, which is going to be back down here, which is kind of good. That's good, because now Hans is going to go this way, which is going to take him some time. I think maybe I will be able to save a lot of people now. I mean, we'll see, but I think we may be able to save a lot of people. So I believe that's his entire turn, which means we're going to figure out how Brian died now. I hate to say it, but we're about to find out how Brian died. Alright, so this one is, he just keeps coming. Hans is making his, wait, we already read this one though. Is there more than one he just keeps coming? There is. Maybe I'll give you a random one because apparently there's more than one he just keeps coming card. Okay, so let's go back and read a different one of the random ones. Okay. Brian was sad no one wanted to sit by the fire with him. It was his favorite part of camp, listening to the ghost stories and chatting with the other campers. But after the death in the camp the other day, nobody but Brian wanted to be out at night. He stood next to the fire, poking it with a thin stick. He heard a twig snap behind him. He turned around with a big smile. Who he had hoped to be a campmate turned out to be Hans. His pig mask glinted menacingly in the firelight, and he lifted his hammer in his other hand. Brian was frozen in place with fear, and his breathing grew quiet. Without hesitation, Hans swung his hammer through the air, contacting Brian's head on the right side. Brain and blood dribbled down into the fire from the hit, sizzling as Hans walked off into the woods. That one wasn't as bad. I read it slow and weird because I was scared, but that one wasn't, I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't like, it wasn't reaching into the cavity kind of bad, you know? Okay. Yeah, sorry, Brian. With ties, you can either do what's most thematic, what screws you over the most, or what's the most comedic. They say to pick one and stick with that for the whole game. Oh, I see. Some tarot cards are dupes, especially true for the burbs. Yeah, I always thought it was just whatever's worst, but maybe that's what I decided would be my rule and made the most sense. Yeah. Which most thematic would be whatever messes you up the most too, I would think. But, okay. So that was the end of that round. Poor Brian. But now we do have a lot of cards and we have a lot of people to save and we're close to the door. So, taking a look, we have a sprint and I believe we have 2 walks. So let's just see what we can do with that. But if we can hold onto 1 walk, that I think would be really good. So we'll start off with sprint because we also have our close call. Ooh, excuse me, I keep burping. My close call. So, we'll do this. We'll sprint. Whoops, that rolled off camera, but it was a 5. We got a 5 and a 3, and I think I have plenty of things I don't care about to discard. So, as we usually do, let's get rid of our short rest and wink attack. We're at full health, so who cares? So we'll be at double stars. So we're going to move 3 spaces and lose a time, and this should be back up at 6, so we'll go down to 5 now. And we're going to get to move 3 spaces. So from the door, we're going to be able to go, let's see. I'm worried about Chad over there. 1, 2, 3. Let's try to save Chad. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and now we're on Chad's spot. And now let's see if we can walk him back this way, and we'll try to swing and grab people going toward this door. So we got him there, and now we're going to walk. Oh no. I think this is the time to close call. Yeah, I guess unless I just do 1. Yeah, you know what, let's do the 1, and then we can do an automatic success if we want to. So we'll reroll 1. Ah, yay, we got a success. So should we just stay at that? No. No. Let's get rid of our 2 focuses. We are playing chaotically now, friends. So we'll get rid of our 2 focuses for another success. So we'll be able to move 2 spaces with walk and lose a time. And I think that's where I'm going to stop the turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and now everyone's here at the fire pit together. And Hans is going around this way toward the damned one, which is, you know, not great, but fine. And then we're ending our turn with a walk and a guard, and like I said, now I'm going to be able to have a walk and a sprint in each hand, which is going to be really helpful. Now, the thing is that guard isn't going to do anything for us for a bit. So I wonder if I'm going to have done this instead and hold on. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just going to hold on to guard. I'm going to do it how I did it and hold on to all of this. So all of these are going to go back after I purchase, and we have 4 time to purchase with. So we are going to take a sprint like I've been saying, and I wonder if we should take a search. I wish I had 1 more time, but I don't want to discard, I don't think. So yeah, so we'll take the sprint, and I guess we'll take the search. And then we will put all of these back out and move on to Hans's turn. I'm going to do Hans's turn first and then check chat, just because sometimes I do get lost where I was. But these are all of the cards we have. Again, we have the guard, but it actually doesn't matter unless he targets us. No, but it says whenever the killer must choose a target. So either way, he's going to go towards George. Alright, so at the start of his turn, he's going to attack nobody. Haha. And then he's going to unveil this terror card. Maybe things are starting to go our way. Draw the top card of any item deck? I believe my ability works for this because it says whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose 1. So I'm going to get to draw 2 and choose 1, and I really want a weapon. So I think I'm going to choose one that's good for me anyway. Ooh, energy drink is great. Map is discard during the action phase, and then for each deck of item cards, do one of the following. Yeah, I don't care about that. I think energy drink is great. So I'm going to draw 2 from the dock deck, because if there's something underneath it that I want, I can take it and I can see what it is. And that's because of Asami's ability here that we have unlocked. But we're going to take a look. Aluminum bat, taking it. Taking the bat. Taking the bat. Taking the aluminum bat, obviously. Not even a question. Whenever you inflict damage to the killer with the aluminum bat, you may immediately discard a minor dark power, including any health markers remaining on that card. And it's going to do an extra damage for us when we attack. So that's cool. Taking it. Taking it. I will take any weapon I can get. And I can't believe that was the terror round. That was the terror round? Are you kidding me? Valhalla! Let's see. Oh yeah, Mega's going to W... Oh, we already saw that. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, so we've already seen all of this. Okay, so we are now on to our turn already again. See, Hans is very manageable. Like, we're doing fine, but then again, we do only have... I mean, we are on kind of a time clock, so 5 turns have gone by. I think we're doing pretty solid and pretty fine, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we're here on our like little stack of people, which is so fun. But we have sprint and walk. So let's start off with a sprint. I can't believe he didn't even move. I really want to go save these people now. Oh, maybe I can get the boat. That would be cool. I don't even know if the boat's in it because of how you do the item deck, but the boat would be cool. Okay, so I do not have a close call right now, and I don't really want to discard any of these. But it's worth it. It is worth it. It's worth it to save 2 people. So I am going to discard 2. And I'm going to discard guard and search. Because again, I really like having walk and... Well, I can discard walk with it just to sprint. Yeah, I'll discard walk. And then, honestly, I'll discard guard because they're going after George for now. Didn't mean to do that. So I'll discard these two for 1 success, which is going to allow us to move 2 spaces. So, sorry, this should have been reset at 6. After we purchased, so now it'll go down to 5. And we are going to move 2 spaces. So let's go 1, 2. And now these 2 people are saved, which is, oh gosh, Chad and Brian, which is Pariah. So now Pariah and Chad are saved together. Y'all are fine. So they were saved, but nothing else happens because I'm at full health, and that's that. That was my sprint, and now I have just the search card, which I can't use. So we are going to end that. And now we go to purchasing, but we have a whole 5 to purchase with, plus these. Now, you are limited to 10 cards, so I already have the 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're not really in danger of having too many right now. But we have 6, and we have 5 to purchase with. So we are going to do 1, 2. I might grab distraction again to try to work on that. I think I'm going to. So I'm going to do this one for 2, considering everything I have in my hand. And then I'm going to take distraction for 3. And then these are going to go all out. And then I'm going to regret not having a close call, but you know, we're going to think about that later. So that is going to be everything for that turn. Yep. And then now we are moving on to the next terror phase. So this is Dark Feast. So first, the horror level is going to go up. So that was almost like a premonition that we bought distraction. That was great. And then for every victim that is dead, Hans recovers health. Well, guess what, Hans? You can't recover what you never lost. You're welcome. This has been like a good few terror turns for us. So that happened. I'm going to jump right into the next turn because really not too much has been happening for us. So again, I don't need to do distraction right away. So I'm going to hold off on that and try to get people saved first. So let's attempt to sprint. Ooh! We got 1. We got 1 and I have no way to change the other one. So with 1 success, again, this should be back up at 6, but then down to 5. And we are going to get to move 2 spaces. So we will go 1, 2, joining this stack of people again. And then I think I should try to walk them out of there. So we're going to attempt to walk now. Oh, we got 1 success and possibly 2. And you know what? Why not? So let's get rid of everyone's 2 favorite paired together, short rest and weak attack, to now have 2 successes. So with those 2, we're going to move 2 spaces and lose a time. So let's go 1, 2, and now 2 more people are saved. We have a saved Will and a saved Devin. You guys, everyone's being saved now. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, so now this is what we have left, which I feel like I should try to do as much between focus and distraction as I can. So all of these were used, and now we are going to attempt to do distraction. So let's see how that goes. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. I hate it. I hate it. What do we think about... So my 2 choices are... I could remove a horror, but then lose 4 time, which isn't the worst. I feel like I should lose the time. Ooh. That is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it, you guys. Ready? Be proud of me. This is a big brain move. So I'm going to let the failure happen, but we still get to remove a horror if we lose 4 time. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Our turn would end here, but I think it doesn't end if I'm at 0, correct, guys? I don't think it ends if I hit 0. It just ends if... And yeah. So with that, my 2 focus, I'm going to discard to gain 2 time just so I can buy a sprint. Just to do that thing that I've been saying where I have a sprint in every hand. I'm going to have at least 2 time that I'm going to be able to have my search that's still here, my walk, and my sprint, and that's it. And that's that. Alright, and then I'm just going to put these guys back out. Alright, and before we do the terror, Um, yeah, Brian, you died. But you didn't die scary, at least, which is nice. Luckily for you, this isn't not Nurse Ratched since she doesn't have an HP cap. Yeah, that's not good. The Poltergeist I have literally never beaten. For me, she's the one that I cannot do. No, George, but you are still like the targeted victim person. Okay, so now we are on to the terror phase. I'm going to set this back up to 6 like I'm supposed to. And then we're going to do the terror. He just keeps coming. I feel like I've had that card already again. I think we have we have 3 he just keeps coming. Not to complain, but it's going to be a similar death if he can, but he won't be able to kill anybody this time. So this is going to increase the horror. So again, good thing we tried to stop it. And then he is going to move towards George. He's moving only 1 and then attacking 2. So he's just going to move 1 here. He still has 1, 2, 3, 4 to get here. And I'm going to try to zip in and save them. So we'll see what happens there. Okay. So now back to our turn. Yeah, we might as well. The thing is how many people are left here? 1, 2, 3. But they're pretty safe because they're not a target. Oh, although that card says that George can be saved last. The dam can only be saved if it is the last victim alive. So I guess we might as well save the other people first. So first we will sprint. Okay, we got 1 success and something that we could discard for successes. These are options which I don't hate, because if not, I'm trying to make walk work, but this way it saves me more time, because I would lose 2 time if I try to get 2 successes, because that would be 4. Yeah, I think it's worth it just to discard these, because then I'm only losing 1 time and I have 5 time to buy with. So I'll do it. So we'll make that a double, and then we'll lose just 1 time, and we're going to move 3 spaces. I mean, I feel like I should go grab you guys. I'm faster than he is, so let's do it. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm up here in the cliff, and now I'm kind of blocking them, which is great. And maybe I'm going to buy a guard with my, instincts. So we have 5 to purchase with, and we got all of these back. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think our best bet is, again, to have a sprint in every hand. And then we're going to buy a guard, and then we'll buy a close call. And call it a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in hand, and we're in pretty okay shape. Here's the thing that I think we all know, right? Everyone who knows Hans knows this. This is pretty typical. We're doing okay. But he is Chunky McChunk, and once this terror deck gets run out, he's gonna ramp up. So we just gotta be prepared for that. We have to prepare. Pariah, have you guys had dinner yet? Just curious. Just wondering what you're up to. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. That needs to be like a thing. I'm thinking of the All-Star lyrics. Okay. Where was I at, you guys? I think I purchased, and it was time for the terror turn. I think. Is that true? Yeah, because I bought a guard, and he hasn't moved yet, and I put myself in the way. Yep, all of this checks out for me. All of this checks out. Alright, so I am now going to... So for the people that know the rules, I believe JC and maybe a Jason. And I believe JC is the... Oh, no, Garrett. For the people that know the rules, regardless of who I just said. Say Hans moves 4, and he's targeting George. If I am 3 spaces away, and he hits me, would he stop there? Or would he move all of his movement toward the target? Again, I believe he would move all of his movement toward the target, but I just want to make sure before it gets there in case I need to know the answer. Okay, so with that, we are going to go on to his turn, because I believe it's his turn now. And he only has 2 tarot cards left after this, so is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, holy moly. Alright, so let's see what he has in store for us now. Horrific Hammer Rush. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, which isn't true, he is going to move toward George, not even me. So he moves twice, but he's only moving he only moves one step. So he's going to go 1, 2, and luckily not kill anyone. Wow, and he would have attacked twice. For each victim killed during this attack, the horror level will go up, but he's stopping literally 1 short from attacking me. Now, I had guard, but he's here, and he's going 1, 2, and just stopping there, which is so great. Like, it's, I don't know. It's not great, but it's great, you know? I feel fine and safe, but we'll see what happens because we still have to take this big guy out. His priority is the vengeance victim. Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking JC, is if he... Like, here's the question, right? Say he can't reach the people, but stopping at me wouldn't put him as close as he could. I don't know if it matters. It's not even happening, but... It's not even happening. Alright, so... Because now I think I'm going to run the people away. I think I'm going to be able to grab them and run. Because it's now our turn. He moved only up to here and wasn't able to attack. He has 2 terror cards left. But... we're now going to hopefully be able to run them out and be able to just get away. So first, let's sprint. Like always. Let's sprint out of here. Okay. Doubles! Double stars! Woo! Okay, so we are going to sprint. We're going to lose the time and move 3 spaces. So we're not going to just save you guys. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I can't save you guys yet, but because George has to be the last one, but I can still get you farther away from Hans. So I feel like that's worth it. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna walk. Oh, okay. That was such a weird sound I made. Alright, we're going to get rid of weak attack and short rest to get 2 successes on walk, which is going to let us move 2 spaces. So let's go... I think moving me honestly closer to the fire pit is smarter because of how I have to kind of dance around getting rid of George. So let's go 1, 2, and bring them up to here so I can now kind of just run in between these 2 spots. Alright, so we have guard, focus, focus, and close call. So we might as well try some of these focuses because our horror level is pretty terrible. So let's attempt a focus. And we got a 5 and a 4. I think instead of trying to roll, I think I'm going to discard my other focus and close call for 2 successes because that's going to give me more time. So I'm going to discard both of those to make that 2 successes. And with that, I'm going to gain 2 time and be able to reduce this. So now we have 6 purchasing, which is great. And 1 guard is going to be left in our hand. So with our purchasing, we have 6. We're going to take this walk and this sprint. And then we have 4 left. I think I really need to do distraction again. So let's take distraction and close call and see if that kind of just like works out for us. Because I really think we gotta work on that horror, or else like we're just gonna get really eaten alive on rolls. I roll well, but you know, I need at least 2 dice to get 2 successes. So I really am, George. So JC, I'm really good with, I don't know how I'm really good with rolling and with dice, but there's actually going to be a playthrough on my channel of Heroes of Barcadia. And there's some fancy dice rolling going on in that game. I'm rolling them, and wait till you see it. It's pretty fun and entertaining. Okay, so I believe that was everything that we were gonna do, and we moved everyone away from this area. So if we need to, even if Hans comes this way, we can start running people out this way. So that's kind of why I set it up like that. Alright, so let's see what Hans does. That girl, what's her name? She can help us. We got new victims. Why is this happening now? Why now? Alright, we're gonna have Nuka and Mifa show up. Place 2 new victims in the same space where you started the game, which is right near the killer-ish. Then the horror is gonna go up, then an event is gonna happen. Nuka and Mifa. Okay. And they're going to go right where I started, which makes so much sense. For those of you that don't know, Nuka is my cat and Mifa is my dog. But I just needed names quickly. So with that, we placed the 2 new victims, and now the horror level is going to go up again, and then we're going to read a new event. Stubborn kids. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. It doesn't make sense I got stubborn kids, and that's when my kids show up. My pets that don't listen to me. Stubborn kids, 1 less victim will follow you. So now only 1 person at a time is going to follow me around. I'm going to discard fresh meat now because it should be discarded, but, my god. Now only 1 victim will follow me. At least it's back to our turn, but oh my goodness. Where is Mifa? I think... Oh, she's laying in her bed over there. I was like, I don't want to call her in case it, you know. Sometimes she has to go bathroom, and then if I wake her up, all of a sudden during stream, she's like, let's go outside. And I'm like, that's not why I woke you up. So yeah, she's sleeping, but she's like, right? She's about 15 feet that way. Okay, so with that, we're going to try to save people, but oh my goodness. Honestly, taking items wouldn't be the worst right now, too. But let's see if we can save the pets, because they just had to do that to us. So we're going to sprint. Yeah. Oop. We'll start off with sprint. Okay. We got a 3 and a 4. I feel like I haven't been doing this. I think this is the time to close call. Oh, I didn't need to do that there. This is the time to close call to lose 2 time and reroll all dice. So let's attempt that because, again, we're trying to save the pets. Okay, we got 1 success. So with the 1, we can move 2 spaces and lose a time. We have, like, no time this time. Alright, so we're going to go 1, 2 up to them because we can walk and save at least 1 of them. Only 1 will follow us right now, but we can save 1, hopefully. So with that, we got 1 success. I'm not, oop, that was a 3. I don't believe I'm going to discard to make that better. I mean, I could just, no, I feel like I should try to end up using this distraction. So we're going to take 1 success to move 1 space and lose a time. Wow, we really have no time. We're going to move 1 space and we're going to take Nuka first because she's the smallest and Mifa could fend for herself. And then we are going to play Distraction. 1 success. So with the 1, we are going to lose a horror but gain a time. So actually that kind of fixed what I was complaining about. And now let's take a look. So the last card left in our hand is Guard, which we'll hold on to. Oh, we actually saved Nuka. We would heal, but we don't have anything to heal. And then we have 3 time. So we're going to get all of these free cards back, and we're just going to do the oldie but goodie to not mess with the pacing. So we're going to take a sprint and a close call because we have exactly 3. So we'll put this back, but Distraction, I am coming for you soon because I really like it. I just can't keep it right now. Alright, so that is all of our purchasing. This is going to go back up to here. And now this is his final terror card. So after this, he's just going to start escalating. But this is his final terror card. Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. So I believe, because Vengeance says the damned is always the target, he's going to still target the damned. So let's see. He's moving twice, which is still only 2 spots. But let's see what's closest to get to George. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't matter, which means I think, oh my god. I put my dog in the game to kill the dog. He's gonna move to an attacker. So that's the question to anyone who's watching. He moves 2 and then attacks. His target is George, which is the orange person. But I believe he would go 1, 2 and still just attack on the spot that he's in and kill Mifa. Okay, I think he does. So that's gonna happen. That's great. The Bloodlust is gonna go up, which means that the horror is gonna go up, which is really good that we've been kind of messing with that because we would have been in pretty big trouble. But then his dark power is going to come up next. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done. I could have saved... Here's the thing I could have done. I could have saved Mifa instead of Nuka. That's the only choice. You want to come here, Nuka? Nuka is also close, but she might actually come over. Psst, psst. Let me grab her, because she's alive. Hi. So here she is. Here's Miss Nuka. But that was the trade-off. The two new people that showed up was Nuka and Mifa. And poor Miss Nuka. Well, no, poor Miss Mifa. Also poor Miss Nuka, but more poor Miss Mifa. Nuka's without Mifa now, but, you know, it's just a game. It's just a game. Goodbye. Okay. That was horrible. We're not going to read how Mifa died. We're not. That is where I'm drawing the line. We're not going to read the graphicness of that. We're just not going to even let it entertain our brain. I'll read anyone else that dies, but that's where we're going to draw the line. Okay. JC or anyone, do you want to remind me now what happens now that there are no tarot cards gone? Because I think every turn... No, I believe what will happen now that there's no tarot cards gone is that this card flips the next turn, right? This card will flip next turn and then he'll use it, so he'll get like this ability, then it'll flip, and then he has the new top ability, but he won't get the dark power until he kills someone. I believe that's what's going to happen. Yeah, that was rough. That was really stupid. Alright, so that was what he did, so now it's back to us, and we hate him. And we're gonna try to save everybody. So stupid. Alright, so let's sprint. And try to get away. Let's see what we can do. So with that, oh my god, you guys, I just rolled 2 ones. I'm gonna close call that. God, that was so bad. If we roll 2 ones again, I'm gonna be pretty sad. That will be rough. Let's see, we got to like really... Okay, we got a 4 and a 2, which isn't great, but I don't mind, and we will discard for that 4. So we're going to discard weak attack and short rest to have 1 success on sprint, which is going to be move 2 spaces and lose a time. So we've already lost a lot of time again. This is not good for us, but we can move 2 spaces. Now with guard in our hand, oh no, we can't save George even, so we might as well just zip through. So we're going to go 1, 2, so that everyone's here. Oh no, we can't take 2 people. Wait, hold on. Alright, so then I might just save Jason, because I can only take 1 person. So we're going to go here, grab Jason, bring him back here, and now he is gone. Jason is now saved. Jason made it out. The only people left are George, Strawmy, JC, and Garrett. Those are the last people. So that was all saved, and now we're going to move on to walk. I should buy search. Woo! Okay, so that was 1 success on walk. So I'm going to lose a time again. We have no time, really. 1 success, we lose a time, and we can move 1 space. So now we're just going to move out toward this way, and that's where it's going to leave us. So we do have 2 focus and a guard, so I think we should be working on focus just to try to do that. So let's attempt to focus, but, I mean, we're just kind of taking our time this turn. Alright, so we got a 6 and a 3. Which I'm kind of tempted to discard both of these, because then it'll give us more time as well. Let's see, what's more important? I don't know, I think we should be protecting against him, but he's going to target George anyway, so I guess I should discard. Alright, so I'll discard both, take the success, so now it's we lose a horror, but we also gain 2 times. So now we have 4 to purchase with instead. Alright, so we're going to take our walk, we're going to take our sprint, and this might be when I take search, because, yeah, I'm going to take search because we are good at it, and this energy drink is really good for us, and that's right where we are, so that could be good, depending on what happens. But so with that, we're going to do this, and this. Okay. Now it's on to Hans's turn, which I'll double check and see what said. Finale flips on the upkeep phase when there are no tarot cards remain. If the dark power hasn't been revealed at that point, reveal it. Oh, okay. I rarely ever have this part happen. Either I win or lose by the time this happens. Okay. Yeah, I knew no. Petrified, I don't think so. I think it's when you can't draw a new tarot card, then it flips. I think you wait. I don't think it's when you draw the last terror. I think it's when you can't draw the next time you would draw. But then again, JC says it's during upkeep, so unsure, but I think it's now. I think it's at least now and we didn't miss it. I don't think we should have done it any sooner, at least. So looking here, yeah, the one thing I didn't know was that he gets his dark power, but I also believe that because, I mean, he's basically at the end. But I think, too, I mean, it doesn't matter because there's no one for him to attack, but I thought he gets this and then it flips. Interesting. Oh, I see. Upkeep is the last. Okay, so he wouldn't have gotten that. I mean, it doesn't super matter because, we're not having him do anything until now anyway. But another thing is, I shuffled the epic ones into here, but we didn't get either, which is both good and bad. I thought we would, but we didn't, so that's fine. I mean, he still has 12 health, so, like, what are we complaining about? But, so for every victim Hans kills, he recovers health. Luckily, there's only 4 people left, so I'll hopefully... Actually, no event more cards are coming out, so I'll get rid of that. But now he has this going on, so... I believe he is going to increase the bloodlust. I think he's still targeting George because of how this is written. So he's going to move twice toward George, which he can get there in one move anyway. He's going to go 1, 2, and then attack. Now, another question. Oh no, I don't even have guard. I could have bought it. Question for you guys that it doesn't matter for this round because I can't stop him from attacking George, but can I play guard or retaliate if I'm sharing a spot with a victim to stop him? I think so, but I'm not positive. I think I can still stop him from attacking other people if I share a spot. Alright, so he's in my spot, and he's only attacking once at least, so he's attacking and killing George, and I'm not going to panic. So, George died, but because of George... so it says if the damned dies plus 2 bloodlust, which makes me think it's 3 bloodlust, not just 2. So I'm going to have it move up 3. 1, 2, 3. So now Hans is attacking for 4 and doing 2 damage, and the horror is going to go up yet again. So now the horror is even higher. Yes, you did, George, you died, but it was because you became damned. Like, that's pretty much why, which is, like, kind of cool, I guess. I can't protect a victim? Man, that's not fun. Okay, so now looking at this, that was everything. He attacked George. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm not hurt yet. He is not really hurt yet. Let's see what we can do. I have 3 people here left to save, but unfortunately only one is following me at a time. So I don't know the best way to do that, but I don't think I can kill him. So I feel like I can only try to save you guys. Alright, so let's... The thing is I kind of want to go to the dock to get that energy drink. Should I? I'm going to use my walk first in case I get just a move 1, because if it's a move 1, then I think I will go to the dock, because I do have a search. So, whoop, that didn't count. What was my horror at, you guys? Can you guys tell me, can anyone rewind what his bloodlust level was at? Because it just got bumped. Although I think it should be 5 plus 2, because it was the extra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, so I think I'm right and it's where it should be. Is this where it was before, you guys? Is this where it should be? Okay, let's walk. We got 1 star, so we are moving in 1 space. So yeah, sure, let's go into the dock and grab a thing, I guess. Alright, so this should be back up at 6, then it goes down to 5. And we do have a search card. So we are going to search. We might just let people die now. Alright, so that was a 5 and a 2. So we got 1 star, which is take the top item at your space and lose a time. But luckily for us, we have our Asami ability, so we're going to be able to look at the top 2 regardless. Although I do really like this energy drink. Although I did really like my bat too, and I probably should have taken the drink first. This one's a revolver! Okay. Alright. The old revolver can only modify the weak attack action card. Okay, so that's not even great to me. So I'm going to take that energy drink. And it says, discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following 3 extra time or move 1 space. So I'm going to hold on to that for now, but I think that's really great. So we're probably going to use that this round, but we'll see. Alright, so we moved 1 so far. Our last card in our hand is Sprint. Let's hope we don't mess this up. Let's hope this is a good roll, you guys. I usually roll well. Okay, we got 1 success. So with that, we're going to lose a time and move 2 spaces. So let's see. We could move onto the fire pit, and then we could potentially move 1 person out. I think that's our best bet regardless, is moving through there. So let's see. I think our best bet, I think I'm even going to save my energy drink until next turn to hopefully have like have a better turn. So let's just move 2 and go 1, 2 here into the fire pit with everybody. Because again, I can only save 1 person at a time, so it's really rough for me right now. So now we're in purchasing. So we have all of our zeros. We got 5 cards here. And then with only 3, we're going to buy a sprint and a close call, as if anyone would do something different. Would they buy a guard? Should I buy a guard? We need to sprint. We need sprint. We're going to take sprint and close call and just try to get people out of here. Alright, this will go back, this will go back, this will go back. And now it is on to his turn. So, he is going to increase the bloodlust, and then he is going to move 4 spaces toward the closest people. We're like right here, so it doesn't matter. And then he is going to attack. So, he is attacking Sremi, Garrett, and JC. And Sremi is going to be 1, 2, Garrett is 3, 4, JC is 5, 6, and whoever I roll is going to die. Oh, JC, you died. You've been so helpful and you just died. So sorry for you. But you died, and now this is going up and I'm only rolling 1 dice. Did I think about that? No. We didn't think about that earlier, did we? At all. Fetch Fred said, Meg's still enjoying Cleveland. I am. I'm getting to know a lot more places now that I've found a lot of food places that I like, which is really nice, but I am finally getting a bit more settled. You might hear Nuka coughing. She's coughing right now. Oh my goodness. They hate me. It was pretty glorious. It was glorious and we tried, but we couldn't do it. Yeah, we tried. We now have Sremi and Garrett, which they're gonna panic, which is actually helpful for me because I can't move them as fast. And you know what? Either way, it's moving them toward one of the exits. So let's see. First, we'll have Garrett panic on a 6. So on a 6, he's going to go north, which is great. And then Sremi is also going to go on a 6. Wow. All right, so they went together, which is pretty great. Like, at least that works out. All right, so that was Hans's turn. And now it's us, but we're only rolling 1 die, which isn't great. So we have 2 focuses, and I feel like we just need to do those first. So we do have a close call, so we should be able to get this for 1 success. We should be able to fix it immediately. So let's try a focus. Okay, let's see. Do we want to discard? Probably. I'll discard short rest and weak attack. So we'll make that 1 success. With 1 success, we can reduce this. So now I'm rolling 2 dice, but we do lose a time. This, again, should have been at 6, so now it's at 5. That should have been reset. So now that we have that, let's see, because we could move an extra space or take extra time. So let's see. First we'll sprint. I kind of want to focus again, but we'll sprint first. Oop! Oh, that rolled on a 6, and I was going to say it doesn't count, and it shouldn't, because if it was a 1, I wouldn't have counted it. But that stinks. I wonder if I should close call now? Or just make it 1 success? I think I'm going to make just 1 success for the sure thing. So I'm going to discard these 2 to make this a success. To lose a time and move 2 spaces. So I will go 1, 2, and take Sremi with me.
And then my last card I have is walk. So we will attempt to walk, but we have no other cards, so we have to kind of hope that we do this. Okay, we got 1 success. Haha, haha. Savings from me. It worked. So we're going to lose a time and move 1 space. Stormy is now saved, so you guys can all tell Stormy. She's now been saved. She made it with most other people. And then after that, I do still have my energy drink. But again, I think I might hold on to it. I think that might be good to hold on to for when I have a specific reason, as opposed to not. Because I could use it for 3 time to purchase with, but I think I'm fine just taking these 3 cards and trying to save Garrett. Should I take a card? Maybe. But I'm not going to. Oh, I know exactly what he's going to do. Hold on, we're working with perfect information. I can't save Garrett. So wait. So then I should plan against that. We're working with perfect information, you guys. The bloodlust is going to go up. He's going to move toward the victim and kill them. So I can't save that. Garrett, you died. There's no way. I just figured it out. I can't figure it out. Couldn't save you, but it's technically your fault because you wouldn't follow me. Only one person would follow me at a time, so it's kind of your own fault. Okay, so that being said, then let's play only for us. So if running around, so at this point, if we can't save Garrett, running around doesn't matter anymore. So the best things that we can do, especially where we have a weapon, is figuring out the pace of, like, attacking and him hitting. So why don't we take a walk and a close call, but also take a guard for now, because building up guards and retaliates is now where we're going to need those cards. So let's take those 3, and then these ones are going to go back, and then Garrett's going to die. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could do. I tried. Alright, so on his turn, Bloodlust is going to go up. He's going to move. He's going to attack. And then that would go up, but it's already at the top. So now he's just moving 6 and then attacking for 5 every single turn. And we have 5 health. So that doesn't work for me. That was a death. Overall, we had, let's see, 7 people die. 7 people die. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people saved. Wow, 20 people in this game. It's usually not that many victims. My starting setup was 10. This is pretty crazy. Although I guess it's Camp Happy Trails, so it makes sense that, like, campers are showing up. Alright, so he just killed Garrett. This should be back up at 6. And now it's our turn. And you guys, he only attacks once. Then I'm kind of thinking about not doing anything and using all 6 to purchase. Because now we're just, like, in the final whatever. So I think that is what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to pace this out well. Because he's only attacking once per turn. So we should be able to figure this out. As long as we roll well. Which I tend to do. So we're going to discard a walk to gain a time. Which gives us 7. And we're getting all of these back. And these are just staying in our hand because we didn't use them. So we have guard and close call plus all of these. But if we want to, we can choose not to take these because we are buying with 7. So I guess I should take a look at that first and decide what I want to buy. So with the 7, we're going to take a retaliate. And I do think we still need to work on that horror. It's not going up anymore, but I mean, I guess it's not going up anymore. I guess it's not going up. Alright, so let's take retaliate for 4. Oops. 5. Six, 7. Yeah, I guess this is what we're gonna do. No, you know what? Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take these 5 and then only 5 from here, which is exactly 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. So this walk is gonna go back here, and then we're gonna see what happens. So we'll have him first attack. Well, not attack, but he's first gonna move toward us. We're down here at the exit, and now we are just kind of facing off for now. So he's attacking me, and I am going to choose to retaliate, and I do have 2 close calls. So, we'll see. But where did it go? Here we go. Retaliate. So we are going to retaliate. We are rolling 2 dice. Oh, 2 successes, you guys! So we ignore all damage, and we get to do 2 damage to him. Great. Alright, so we're doing some damage. He attacked us, nothing happened. This is done. This is going to be in, like, our discard for the beginning of the next part. And now I will check in with chat, because we're kind of in the final battle. Yeah, I'm sorry, Garrett. We couldn't do it. Oh, Garrett, you're right. You died. How did you die? It was another generic death. Did anyone else not get their death read? I think I read everything except for the... But if I didn't read one for you guys and I skipped it, let me know. Okay, so this is the next one. Garrett. It was late, and Garrett decided that he deserved a hot shower after a long day. He stood in the warm water, letting his mind go blank. His thoughts were interrupted by the creaky bathhouse door swaying on its hinges. "Hello?" he said. He was answered by the sound of heavy boot steps, and the scraping of something metal dragging across the floor. He opened the shower curtain to reveal a stocky man in a pig mask. Garrett's eyes widened as a sledgehammer swung straight for his head. A splash of red caked the sudsy shower tiles and pooled in the drain like the killing floor of a slaughterhouse. Again, nothing has been bad since that cannibal one. It's got me. Hello, Stormy. Yes, but we're almost done. We're in the final. It's just me versus him now. We're fighting it out. Oh, I did forget the bat damage, Garrett. You're right. I'm going to move my bat down here next to me now because it's kind of far away. I'm going to move both of these down here because I actually could have used my energy drink to buy more with too. So I'll do that next turn. But I did forget about my items, so I'm going to move them down here. So yeah, that does 1 extra damage for my bat. Whenever you inflict damage with a Killer Lumen bat, you may... Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Alright, because I could affect his minor dark power, but he never had one. Okay. George, how did you die? Was he just targeting you? Do you remember? Was it a random target? Or was it a card that triggered it? I think it might have been a card. Or was that the one that... I'll read this one anyway. This one can be for you, regardless of if it was for her or not. Because then you don't get like a random one. Okay, ready? It's a little short. George watched in horror. Ooh. Okay, so there's 2 names of this. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Noah watched in horror as George tried to fend off Hans. He was no match for him. Hans swung a hammer into George's leg, and Noah heard a piercing crack. George screamed, and in a flash, Hans took the hammer to his neck, crushing his windpipe. Hans now turned his attention to Noah. That one just had an extra person in it, so I made a Noah. I mean, I really hope so, Stormy. I really hope so, and I think the way we're paced, we're fine, as long as we roll well, which I usually do, so I think we're fine. Alright, so let's get into it, because we're going to do this now, and then I'm going to go play some more games. Alright, so he attacked us, we stopped it, we retaliated. This is on our discard, and now it is into our turn, and our options for fighting currently are weak attack, and that's it, because we went defensive. So I think we can weak attack and then maybe focus just to work on that, because we're not hurt yet. But we absolutely cannot get hurt, because he attacks for 5. So unless that does something for us, we literally cannot get hit once, or we die. So let's weak attack. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, okay, so that was 2... It was a 3 and a 4, so I think that I have plenty of cards in my hand that I don't care about. Again, short resting doesn't matter, walking doesn't matter, so let's... And again, my health doesn't really matter, so I think 1 success is fine, because, again, if he hits us, we die. So actually, whittling down our health so that we only have 1 health left to roll extra dice is actually better for us, because he does attack for 5. So we'll take the 1, we'll do 2 damage because of our bat, and then we will also take a damage. Not great, but again, I think it's totally fine for us because we want the extra dice. So that was our weak attack. And then looking at this, we still have focus, so we could just keep working on focus to try to gain time and fix the horror. We won't fix it this turn, but I don't know, we can start working toward it. So I guess we'll try 1 focus, and depending on how that goes with like successes and time. Oh, that was bad. That was bad, and I want to save my close calls for defending, so I think I'm just gonna literally take the fail, let it fail, lose 2 time, and call it a day. and we're at 4, because I really don't want to fail any of my defense, because again, he hits us once, we die. We have to defend. So with that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our hand. We have 2 of our guards, and a retaliate is going back. So that means we're going to be able to pace ourselves with turns with defensive cards. So we'll take this walk back. And then we have 4 to purchase with, and I think with the 4, let's go at him. Let's take this Furious Strike. I think it's finally time. So with that, we'll put these guys back. And now he's going to hit us. So he's going to attack for the 5, and we're going to attempt to guard. Again, it can come all down to this if I fail this. So I guess reducing the damage by 2. I guess maybe I shouldn't have taken that damage, but whoop. Okay. Reducing the damage by 2 is not enough. One other question. Can I play 2 guards against 1 attack? That's my other question. Could I play both of my guards now? If I'm only reducing... If I get 1 success and reduce by 2, what can I do with that? But, that being said, this should be back up at 6. And I think in this instance, I'm going to use a close call first. So, we'll lose 2 time from our future spending. And I will re-roll both of them. Let's see. Okay, we got 1 success and 1 that we can discard to succeed. So I think we absolutely have to. We just have to. So to discard to succeed, we're going to get rid of walk and focus. So that way it's 2 successes and we can ignore all damage, and then we're just going to move on to our turn. But all of this is living in our discard now, which is not good for us. That's not good news. 1 reaction card per attack. Okay. Tell your mom you were doing it first. I don't want her to hurt herself. Wait, what's going on? Wait, what's going on? Hold on, I'm behind in chat. Okay. Oh, I see, it's Van George getting killed. Now I understand. I understand that whole conversation now. And I love it. It's very funny. Wow, that was very funny. Okay, so I'm a little bit lost. I just stopped him. I got a little lost in turns. I think I did guard, then I did close call and discarded these 2 to succeed. So this is all my trash. Okay, I'm back. And we should be at 4 because we lost the 2 time from the close call. We're all back. And we do have the energy drink now. He attacked, but now it's back to our turn because we stopped it. But we don't have many cards to really play that are helpful for us. We have close call, guard, and Furious Strike. So we can Furious Strike, but if we do, we don't get a close call back. So again, I think we should hold on to it. I think we should pile all this stuff up and then like improvise at some point. So I think I'm just going to purchase. I think this is the turn I'm going to use my energy drink. So I'm going to gain 3 time for using this. So we'll go up to 7, and then we have 7 to purchase with, plus we'll get these back. So with the 7, I think I'm going to take Retaliate, and as I said, I'm going to take Improvise, because I think building up to a turn where I can use that and attack with a couple of attacks would be really good. So then we'll get all of these back, and let's just make sure we're under 10, but I think we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9. Alright, and then this will reset back to 6. These are going to get put away, and then he's going to attack us. So he's going to come to attack us, and let's retaliate because our bat will hurt him back as well if we do that. So let's attempt to retaliate, and we do have 1 close call. So let's see. Okay, we got 3 and a 4, which again I think I can just discard. I think my best bet is to like give me all successes. So we'll do short rest and walk for 1. And then, let's see, because we were kind of building some of these up. Should I hold on to weak attack too? Should I just get rid of guard right now because I can buy another one and he's only attacking once? I think so. It kind of stinks, but sure. So let's get rid of guard and focus, because then we have furious attack, weak attack, and furious strike, weak attack, and improvise. And then after that, I'm hoping to also get critical blow in our hand, and then we'll be pretty cool. So, what were we doing? We discarded 4 cards to make 2 successes so that we can ignore all damage from his attack and then 3 damage back to him. Okay, so he's only at 4 now. He could still have more health under there, but he is only at 4. And that was him attacking us. So now it's on to our turn. But again, all of this is like kind of living in our discard currently. So with our turn, yeah, I think with that 6 buying, we should hold on to this. Let's buy a critical blow. Oh, no, wait. You guys, let's not mess up. Let's not mess up. We shouldn't have discarded that guard. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to keep the guard. I didn't realize the pacing and what turns it is, but I'm going to keep the guard and discard weak attack. Not worth it. And now we're going to purchase with 6 because I have to keep enough defense. Okay, so now with the 6, I think I'll buy critical blow because I still have a guard in my hand, and I think that's what's worth it. I think that's the way to go. So let's buy the critical... Oh, you know, I don't need to attack that much. I should just attack. I shouldn't go into purchasing yet. I should just attack. He has 4 health left? No. We're gonna go safe. Let's buy critical blow. Okay. We figured it out. We got there. Okay, so now this will go back. This will go back. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I was supposed to take these 2. Now, these will go back and retaliate. Okay. We're still in it. We're doing fine. The Monster Zero will help you parry sledgehammers. That Monster Zero will help you parry sledgehammers, but then again, that got me dead. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So now it's his turn, because all we did was purchase, but we got good stuff. So now we're gonna guard, but again, all comes down to this guard. Unless we have extra health, too. But yeah, alright. Alright, we got guard, and let's see what we do with that. We do have a close call, but... Alright, we got a 3 and a 6, so we just need to make 1 success, and we absolutely will. I'm gonna... Let's see. Let's get rid of focus and walk, because, we want our close call for improvise. So let's get rid of both of these. We're gonna have 2 successes, which means we ignore all damage, but we don't do any back to him. And now it's back to us again. So with this, let's improvise first. Because critical blow would be enough damage with my bat, but I think we should improvise. So let's do that. Oh no. Alright, we got a 4 and a 1. I can't help with that 4. Is it stupid to close call on this? I don't think so. So let's close call on this and move down 2. And roll. 2 and a 2. Okay, it was worse. Oh great, now we're only rolling 1 die. Okay, that was bad. Shouldn't have done that. That was worse. Alright, so with no successes, the horror is gonna go up, and then we also lose a time, which that part I don't mind. But again, with our bat, oh no, we can't get it now. But between 2 of these we could if we get 1 success each, because this would be 3 and this is 2. So let's see. We'll attempt critical blow, but we're only rolling 1 dice. And we can't re-roll it. We got a 2. Not good. Oh, okay, interesting. But it's gonna end our turn. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, this isn't good, but it's okay. So we're gonna do 3 damage to him. So he's now at 1. So we're actually rolling an extra dice now, which is great. We're gonna lose 2 health, which again, if he hits us, we die, so it's okay. The horror level goes up, which means the bloodlust will go up. None of that can happen, so we're all completely fine. Although, I think Han should recover a health, actually, from that. Okay. And then the turn is just going to end. So we do have Furious Strike. We have 3 to buy with, which, thank God, is enough for guard. So we're going to buy a guard and a close call and take these cards back. And then we're just going to see what happens. Because again, it's all coming down to these rolls. And we keep buying close calls, but it's a close call every time, you know? Okay. Gosh, I never use improvise, and now I'm like so much less likely to even try to bother doing it. Okay, so we are at least rolling extra dice against him. Oh no, we're not, because he healed. Gosh darn it! You guys, this is... Yeah. Actually, I have a question. This is another question. At the top of his bar, it says, Hans recovers health, discard the next tarot card. That's every time the Bloodlust would cycle, right? Because that's why I healed him 1? I believe that's true. Yeah, this bat's only +1. Yeah, So, okay. So, this is... So, yeah, now he's attacking us. So, that's where we're at, and we have one guard. So, it's all coming down to this. Right? This is where I'm at? But we do have one close call. We have one close call, we have one guard. But we need two... Oh, no, Oh, no. You guys, we're dead. Unless we have health, we're dead because we're only rolling one die now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, we're only rolling one die. So we're dead. Unless it's extra health. Like, we can still... Does it make sense to even see if we reduce his thing? Because I don't think it matters. Okay, so, great, a 6. We reduced it by 2, but he's attacking for 3, so either way, that's our full health. So unless this is health, you guys, we died at the very end fighting against Hans. It's not. It's not. Let's see if his was. His was! His would have been 2 extra health. His would have been 2 extra health. Yeah, we didn't make it. Oh, well. Oh, well, we didn't make it, but we saved some people, not even everybody, but most people. Gosh, guys, we couldn't even beat Hans, so I guess I shouldn't have worried about him being a little bit too easy, and about ending this too soon, because it's now 9:23, and I thought I was ending around, like, 8:30. So, this has been Final Girl Friday. For anyone who has watched Final Girl Friday before, thank you so much for having watched it and having tuned in and coming back and still enjoying what I do, even though it's kind of the same thing all the time. So thank you so much, and if this is new for you, I hope you enjoyed the game of Final Girl, and, you know, you decided if it's you for not, if you want to pick it up, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Final Girl Fridays are going to be back at least through Halloween. There will be one weekend that I'm away, but as far as right now, that's it. And as what happened with today, I'm going to be pre-scheduling it on Friday mornings down in the description. Now, the one thing that I forgot to talk to you guys about, which I want to, it may be like a Discord discussion, so I believe there have been Discord links in general thrown out in there, but the thing I wanted to check with you guys is timing for Fridays, because I really like calling it Final Girl Fridays, but it being Friday nights now makes it a lot harder for me to do game nights, and I'm not sure if you guys are busy on Fridays too. So Final Girl Friday is something that could happen in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, so I kind of want to just like talk with you guys to see like what works best for when you would be watching things and what you guys want. You know? Yeah. It was a lot of good things though did happen too as well, JC. Like we had a card that just, it was like everything's cool, nothing happened. So we did have some good stuff, but yeah, it was the stubborn kids, honestly. If it weren't for these stubborn kids, I think we would have done a lot better. But it was their fault. Thank you, George. Alright, everyone. I think I have to get up to stop stream. I don't. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And you heard me chit-chat about it too, but there are also YouTube videos coming up, so, you know, just, like, hang around. I'm here on the internet. You guys can see what I'm up to. And, that is all. And if you want to know things that aren't board gaming, I'm really into Yellow Jackets. It's on Showtime. Watch yourself a new TV show, and we'll talk about it next time at Final Girl Friday, because it's definitely Final Girl themed. Night, Stormy. Kisses to you as well. Good night, everyone. I hope you're all playing games tonight, or at least this weekend. That's Mifa barking because she wants to go